Welcome back to my channel Science Sutra. In this video, we will be seeing some questions that is related to the topic called acids, bases and salts. Okay, in this we are dealing with some exercise questions as well as some extra questions related to this topic. Okay, yes. State the differences between acids and bases. We need to write the differences of acids and bases. Okay, first we need to divide the page into two parts. The substances, or you can say the acids, taste, soul. Okay, whereas the bases taste, bitter, right? And you can mention here some examples of acids. Examples of acids. What are the examples you can give here? You can give citric acid, right, which is present in lemon as well as orange. Citric acid. You can give HCl. What do you mean by HCl? Hydrochloric acid. And what else you can give? You can give formic acid. Formic acid. Then you can give H2SO4. What is that H2SO4? Sulfuric acid. Like this you can give many examples for acids. And what about the bases? Examples for bases. What are the examples which you can give? Examples of bases. What are the examples? You can give example of lime, right? And you can give example of baking soda. What else you can give? You can give an example of a soap solution also, which is generally basic in nature. Soap solution. Okay, like this you can give an example for bases. Now what else you can give? What else differences you can state here? How the acids will react with the litmus paper? Acids turn blue litmus paper. Acid turns blue litmus to red, correct? And whereas the base turns red litmus to blue, right? So this is also one of the difference between acid and base. And how it will react with turmeric and China rose, we need to write. Acids remains same, or acids remains same in color, right, after reacting with turmeric. Okay, and how the base will look like? The base turns into red color, after reacting with turmeric. Okay, next China rose. Acids changes to pink color. Okay, acids changes to pink color when it made to react with China rose. And what about the base? How it will react with the China rose? base turns into green color. Into green color after reacting with China rose. After reacting with China rose. Like this you can mention the differences, okay, between acids and base. You have to mention in terms of points. You have to write 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Like this you can give the difference of acids and bases. Next, what is the question they have given? Ammonia is found in many household products such as window cleaners. It turns a red litmus blue. What is its nature? As we know, the bases will turn the red litmus to blue, right? So ammonia comes under the nature basic. So we will write like this. Ammonia comes under basic, in nature. Why? Because the bases are the only substance that changes a red litmus to blue. Next, what is the next question? Name the source from which a litmus solution is obtained. What is the use of this solution? As we all know, litmus solution is obtained from lichens. Litmus solution is obtained from lichens. Okay, and how we can produce this litmus solution means litmus solution is obtained from lichens, and which is called to be a natural dye. A natural dye obtained or extracted, you can write like this, a natural dye extracted from lichens, okay, and which is dissolved in distilled water, to obtain what? To obtain litmus solution. How we will get litmus solution? Litmus solution is directly obtained from lichen. From lichens, how we can produce or how we can prepare the litmus solution? The lichens, we have to dissolve that in distilled water in order to get the litmus solution. Then how we can use this litmus solution? If it is an acid, if the substance is an acid, then the blue litmus solution changes to red, right? And if the substance is basic, then the red litmus solution changes to blue. That means at last what you can conclude, the litmus solution is generally used to distinguish the substance whether it is an acidic or basic. So I will write here, the litmus solution is generally used to distinguish between an acid or a base. And that means if we want to determine a basic or neutral, how would you verify it? So if we want to know whether it is an acidic, basic or neutral, we need to use the indicators. We have to take the distilled water and we have to add that distilled water to the indicators, right? We have to add either the litmus paper or we have to add either the turmeric, or else we have to add the China rose indicator in order to know whether the distilled water is acidic, basic or neutral. Okay. Generally the answer is distilled water is called to be neutral. Okay, I'm saying this is a neutral solution. Why? Because if we add the red or blue litmus paper, it doesn't change just the color of the litmus paper. Okay, if the litmus, in brackets you can write blue or red, is added to what? Is added to distilled water. If the litmus blue or red is added to distilled water, it does not change the color of litmus paper. So the distilled water comes under neutral. Okay, so the distilled water is grouped as neutral. Okay, like this you have to say. If you are saying it is acidic, you have to mention the reason why it is acidic. If you are saying that is basic, then you have to mention the reason why it is basic. So the distilled water is grouped as neutral. Okay. Next, describe the process of neutralization with the help of example. See how you can define the neutralization as when, you can write like this, when an acid is made to react with base, okay, it leads to the production of salt and water with evolution of heat. So how you can define the neutralization as? So neutralization is called to be a process when an acid is made to react with base. It leads to the production of salt, okay, water, and with the evolution of heat, and that process is called to be the neutralization. So what example you can give for that? Example, first I will write generally, that is acid plus base, that gives salt, water, okay, with the release of heat. I will write like this. In the place of acid I am taking hydrochloric acid, and in the place of base I am taking sodium hydroxide. So if you react HCl with NaOH, you will get finally the product as salt with the release of water and with the evolution of heat. So hydrochloric acid, when it is made to react with the sodium hydroxide, it results in the formation of salt as well. Next, mark T if the statement is true and if F if it is false. You have to write true or false. I will write here itself. Nitric acid turns a red litmus to blue. Is it true or false? That is false, right? Why it is false? Why it is false? Because acid, when you are talking about acid, we need to take the blue. Blue should be turned to red, right? So here they have given red litmus to blue. So this is false. Okay. Sodium hydroxide, that means it is a base. How it should react with the litmus? It should react, red litmus should be changed to blue. But here they have given blue litmus to red. So it is false. And sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid neutralize each other and form salt and water. Right. True. That is neutralization. Indicator is a substance which shows different colors in acidic and basic solutions. Yes. True. Tooth decay is caused by the presence of a base. False. It is caused by the presence of an acid released by the food that is uh, the food that is there at the tooth. Okay, because of that only it releases some acids and it leads to the tooth decay. Next, Dorji has a few bottles. Dorji has a few bottles of soft drink in his restaurant, but unfortunately these are not labeled. He has to serve the drinks on the demand of customers. One customer wants acidic drink, another wants basic, and third one wants neutral drink. How will Dorji decide which drink is to be served to whom? See, if you want to decide or if you want to find a substance whether it is an acidic, basic or neutral, how you can first and foremost test how you can do it. Since this is a soft drink, what you can do? You can taste the drink, right? If it tastes sour, then it comes under the acidic drink. If it tastes bitter, then it comes under the basic drink. And if it doesn't show any taste either sour or bitter, then it comes under neutral. That is what, right? See, you can write like, or else you can write like this. Since the drinks are edible, he can drink, okay, and he can decide whether it is acidic, basic, okay, or neutral. How we can decide means if the Dorji tastes sour, then he can say that drink is acidic. Okay. If the Dorji tastes, okay, bitter, if he tastes bitter, then he can say that drink, okay, is basic. And if the Dorji tastes neither sour nor bitter, then that drink is neutral. Okay, like this he can decide whether it is acidic, basic or neutral. Yes. Next question. What is that? Explain why an antacid tablet is given when you suffer from acidity. See what happens during acidity. Excess acid will be produced in our stomach. That is, HCl will be produced more, Because of that, we are suffering from acidity. We will get stomachache also because of acidity. In order to neutralize that, in order to reduce or in order to resolve that problem, what we have to do? We have to take an antacid. Okay. What is that antacid? An antacid contains an antacid contains okay a base called milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia. Okay. It neutralize the effect of HCl. As a result, we will get a relief after taking the antacid tablet. So, an antacid contains a base called milk of magnesia. It neutralizes the effect of HCl, and hence it relieves us from the pain of acidity. Okay. So in order to neutralize acidity, and if we want to answer the next question, what is that? Calamine solution is applied on the skin when an ant bites. Why? Because when ant bites, it releases an acid called formic acid. Right? When ant bites, it releases an acid called acid called formic acid, and in order to neutralize that, we will apply the calamine solution that is rich in base. Okay. So in order to neutralize the formic acid, okay, we had to neutralize before disposing it into the water bodies, because factory waste contain some harmful acids, right? Contain some harmful acids which are very much harmful for aquatic bodies. Aquatic bodies means fishes or animals, as well as plants also. Okay, fishes or animals. Factory waste contains some harmful acids which are very much harmful for aquatic bodies. So it must be neutralized. It must neutralize before releasing into the water bodies. Before disposing into water bodies. Okay. Why we had to neutralize? Because it contains some harmful acids which are very much harmful for the aquatic bodies. So it must be neutralized before disposing that into the water bodies. Okay. Next, 3 liquids are given to you. What is that 3 liquid? One is hydrochloric acid, another is sodium hydroxide, and third is a sugar solution. How will you identify them? You have only turmeric indicator. They have given only the turmeric indicator. Then how can you identify whether that substance is hydrochloric acid, base, or sugar solution? Okay. How you can find? Hydrochloric acid is very much easy, right? What we had to do? We had to take the turmeric indicator what we have today, what we have to do now, we have to add hydrochloric acid to the turmeric indicator. What happens means, in the last video I have shown, right, when an acid reacts with the turmeric indicator, what happens? It does not change the color, does not change the color of turmeric indicator. Turmeric indicator. Okay. So it is acidic. Okay. So next, basic, how we will define basic, or how you can identify basic using turmeric indicator. Now we have to add what we have to add? We have to add NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, to the turmeric indicator. What happens? Indicator, it changes to red color. I have shown in my previous video. If you watch that video, you will get to know how the base will react with the turmeric indicator. Changes to red color. So it is called basic. Okay. But how we can determine, or how it can be, how we can define a sugar solution? Third is a sugar solution. Even to the sugar solution, if we add the turmeric indicator, it doesn't change the color. Okay. So we will say, but you will get confused with the acid as well as neutral. So I will take like this. What I will do now we will mix the base, that is NaOH, with sugar solution. Okay. And that solution we will add to the turmeric indicator. Turmeric indicator will add to the turmeric indicator, then the color of the solution will be red. Will be red. Why? Because when base is reacted with the sugar solution, it results in basic nature. Okay. So it will be red in color. Okay. So what you will say at last, how you can find the sugar solution, or how you can determine that is a sugar solution? Either you can test that directly, or you can mix that with the base. So it will become, or so that mixture will become basic, and so it will shows the red color when it is made to react with the turmeric indicator. Okay, thus this is how you can determine acid, base as well as neutral solution. Okay. Next, blue litmus paper is dipped in a solution. It remains blue. What is the nature of the solution? See, if you are dipping that blue litmus, to two cases will arise, right? What are the two cases here? First case, when blue litmus paper is added to base, then the base will not change the color of blue litmus paper. That is also one case. When the substance is called to be base, then also the blue litmus paper will not change its color. And when one more, when the substance is said to be neutral, the substance is neutral, then also the blue litmus paper will not change its color. Litmus paper will not change its color. So in that case also we will call by taking both base as well as neutral solution. In these both cases also you will see the blue litmus to be blue litmus only. It will not change its color. Okay. And we had to see the next question. What is that? Consider the following statements. Both acids and bases change color of all indicators. Is it true? No. When you take the turmeric, you will not see the change of color of that indicator, right? So if an indicator gives a color change with an acid, it does not give a change with a base. No, that is also not true. If an indicator changes color with a base, it does not change color with an acid. Is it correct? No, right? In both cases you can see the change of color, or else you can see one change of color and one more remains the same, right? So what is the next thing? Change of color in an acid and a base depends on the type of the indicator. This is true, right? This last statement, only D is true. This is the correct statement whatever they have given, right? And these are some extra questions which you can refer. Extra questions. These are the questions which are not there in your exercise part. Okay. See, if you want to define an acid, how you will define? What are acids? How you can define an acid? An acid is called to be a substance. An acid is any substance that tastes sour when mixed with water and what else it will do? Changes blue litmus to red, right? And what else it will do? It reacts with the base to form, changes blue litmus to red and reacts, or any substances, bases or any substances that taste bitter and feels soapy on touching. Feels soapy on touching. Okay. And what else it will do? It changes the red litmus to blue. And what else? And reacts with acids to form salts. Okay. To form salts. This is how you can define bases. Next, name 3 indicators used. What are the 3 indicators that you have used in your textbook? What are the 3 indicators? One is litmus solution you can take, or litmus paper, both blue as well as red, and one more turmeric indicator. Okay, paper also you can use, and one more is China rose indicator. Okay, this is how you can use these 3 indicators to distinguish between acid and base. How China rose indicator is prepared? See, in my last video I had told how you can prepare the China rose indicator, right? See, China rose is nothing but an hibiscus flower. China rose indicator is prepared by taking China rose with warm water. Okay, when you mix this China rose with warm water, what you will get? After some time, what happens? It releases some color to water. And that water you have to use. That water we need to use as an indicator. Use as an indicator. This is how you can prepare the China rose indicator. Okay, and this completes this chapter, acids, bases, and salts. Okay, I hope you have liked this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and queries, or if you have any questions regarding this chapter, you can mention that in comment box. Thank you.